The Weber family had by now moved to Vienna, so there were many to praise him, but nobody to whom he could say, "I told you so." But such was the extent of his triumph that nothing could now hold him back, and he determined to abandon Salzburg once and for all, shedding security, sisterly love, and his father's admonitions. Naturally, there was an alternative. Vienna. He was sent there temporarily by his patron, but then refused to return. The row, according to Mozart, extended to screaming and even to kicking. Well, whoever provoked the high spirits, Mozart claimed to have been both abused and insulted. Reason enough to stay in Vienna. At last, a metropolis, a city fit for a genius to live in, with an opera house. But to practical things. Even a genius needs somewhere to house his luggage, to rest his head. How about lodging with the Webers? They would surely take him in, since the breadwinner of modest means had died, and they were now living under somewhat reduced circumstances. Aloysias, she'd married. Idomeneo had come too late. Oh, but there were three others, waiting like taxis on a rank. However, Mozart had absolutely no intention of getting married. "Why should I?" he wrote to his suspicious father. "This is a time for me to devote to my career." Just what Leopold would have said himself. Mozart went on, "Besides, if I had married every woman with whom I have flirted, I would have had 200 wives by now." Leopold liked this somewhat less, and he was right to have his qualms. A few months and some letters later, Mozart found himself betrothed to Constanze Weber.
Ich
At the outset of his time as a paying guest, he still prowled round the married Aloysias for old time's sake, to no avail. However, the other Weber women are so kind to me. They cook for me, mend my socks, and with Constanze tending to my every need, I can really work here. He confides in Leopold. The latter reacts by return of post.
Move out! Move out! Before it's too late!
Leopold is one to say everything at least twice, as we have already noticed. But then he is haunted by the spectre of the 6 howling brats who make composition impossible. The gossip spreads as it can only in Vienna. They've been seen together, you know. Oh, yes. Is it love, you think? No, the opera was only a success in Munich, you know, and even there they say that...
No other man will have her now. Oh, my poor Constanze,
said Frau Weber. Poor Mrs. Weber. Poor Constanze. Mozart protests his innocence in a letter.
I swear to you, Father, I have done nothing whatsoever. I've not even seen the girl. Unless her mother was present.
In a subsequent letter, the tone has changed and adapted itself to Leopold's growing suspicions. It remains jocular in order to take the heat off the contents, but it also shows how well Mozart knew his father.
Dear Father, I am in love. For God's sake, not one of the Webers.
For God's sake, yes, one of the Webers. She's the best of them all. Oh, well, nobody would call Constanze a beauty, although the eyes are nice, and clever? No, not really. But she's quite able to fulfill her duties as a wife and mother. Money? She has none. But we simple folk should marry for love. Besides, I'm 27 years old, and I've never known a woman. Nature calls! Ooh. Someone close to the Webers supplies a contract. Either Mozart will marry the girl within 3 years, or else provide for her for the rest of her life. Constanze sees the contract. She tears it up, saying,
Your word is enough for me, Herr Mozart.
A shrewd move. She already knows her man.
This is no woman, but an angel.
He stammers, and he marries Constanze before Leopold has time to consent. He then writes, no, not another letter, the C minor Mass, as promised, if Constanze was willing. One promise deserves another.